Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You know, Karen Bass really is the walking personification of failed Democrat leadership, an absolutely delusional, entitled career politician who was essentially handed the keys to the city, who took over Los Angeles, then proceeded to drive it deeper into the ground, and then has the gall to stand in front of the American people and blame everybody but herself. This woman isn't just incompetent, friends. At this point, what she is saying is downright dangerous. You know, one thing is becoming increasingly more and more obvious. The Democrats can't even pretend to care about protecting the country anymore. And this recent interview with Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, well, it might be the most shameless example of that exact type of ideological rot. These Democrat leaders aren't just incompetent, they seem ideologically committed to protecting the worst criminals, to empowering illegal aliens and demonizing anybody who wants to actually do the right thing for the country. Karen Bass once again is going viral for all the worst reasons. She's asked the most basic question in the world. I mean, it should be a layup for any politician. And her response, holy frickin' moly, is it shocking to the core. I mean, this should freak you the hell out. I don't know how else to say it. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so let's go ahead and take a look at the Karen Bass highlights here, or obviously you can sense the sarcasm, more like lowlights. Just take a look.
Just tell me who you think should be deported. Is it just people who've been convicted of crimes? You have, what, almost 1 million undocumented workers in Los Angeles. What should happen to those people?
Because we are a city of immigrants, we have entire sectors of our economy that are dependent on immigrant labor. We have to get the fire areas rebuilt. We're not going to get our city rebuilt without immigrant labor. And it's not just the deportation, it's the fear that sets in when raids occur, when people are snatched off the street. And I know you are aware that even people who are here legally, even people who are U.S. citizens have been detained. Immigrants who have their papers and were showing up for their annual immigration appointment were detained when they showed up doing exactly what they were supposed to be doing.
So they should not be deported?
I don't think
they
so.
should stay.
Well, this is what
1 million undocumented?
No, let me just tell you. What I think we need is comprehensive immigration reform. I served in Congress for 12 years.
And didn't get it.
And didn't get it. And why didn't we get it? I mean, after I left, there was an immigration reform bill that had bipartisan support. This was during the campaign. The president decided he didn't want to have it happen because he didn't want immigration reform to happen where he didn't take credit.
Go back to Joe Biden again, okay? There was hundreds of thousands of people crossing that border.
Right.
When you look at that border today, is there anything good you think the administration has done in these 6 months at the border?
Well, he praised on the administration for the first 6 months in Los Angeles with the fires. If you ask me, is there anything that they have done good in terms of immigration? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that the viewpoint has been punitive, has been let's make it as miserable as possible so that these people don't come.
How is it even possible to maintain a career as an American politician after saying something like that? Should an illegal alien who commits a violent crime be deported? The answer should 11 out of 10 times be unequivocally yes, without question, without hesitation. But instead, what we get from this woke communist mayor of Los Angeles is this pathetic dancing. She's stammering, beating around the bush and refusing to answer the question, and then completely derailing the conversation and attempting to turn it into something partisan. This woman is not serious, and frankly, the entire Democrat Party falls in the exact same category, because at this point, I mean, it's a freaking ideological cult. There's very little ideological diversity. Basically, this is the approved opinion and nothing else. You know, these people are so deep in this social justice cult, this woke cultural Marxist nonsense, that they can't even say the obvious anymore. And again, it's so funny because we remember a couple months ago, Bernie Sanders said this.
Nobody thinks that illegal immigration is appropriate.
Nobody supports illegal immigration. Yeah, except for your entire political party, Bernie. They refuse to defend the country, to enforce the laws. They refuse to defend the victims. No, it seems their priority is protecting the criminal class as long as it helps them build a boogeyman narrative. And what's crazy is the backdrop, because all of justice, this political posturing and compassionate LARPing, while it serves the politician in Los Angeles, it doesn't serve the American people. No, quite to the contrary. It deflects and distracts and hides from what's really going on in the interior of the country. We take a look at what's going on the ground. We got border agents being attacked in broad daylight. Here's the most recent example, an absolutely shocking video from New York City, where a group of illegal aliens were seen on CCTV footage, just casually shooting a federal officer in his head. Off-duty Border Patrol agent shot in the face during robbery at New York City Park by suspect ID'd as illegal migrant with a long rap sheet, who, by the way, thanks to the Democrat revolving door justice system, was, quote, freed after every bust.
WPIX is reporting that an off-duty Border Patrol agent was shot in the face late last night in New York City. Now, the outlet is reporting that a 42-year-old man was shot just before midnight at Upper Manhattan's Fort Washington Park, according to the NYPD. He was rushed to an area hospital in stable condition. A suspect is in custody.
It's a repeating scene in the country. I mean, it seems like something tragic like this seems to happen every couple weeks, every couple months, and that's just the acts of extreme violence, the general petty crime, the violent assaults, the criminal activity, the gang activity. Yeah, that's an every minute occurrence. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Los Angeles has essentially turned into a third world country in some places. You've got fentanyl deaths skyrocketing. You've got a mass meth epidemic on the streets, gang crime imported from South America, and they're seemingly allowed to operate freely with almost near impunity. And here we have the mayor of Los Angeles, whose job is to tackle these issues to protect her citizens, but instead she sounds more like a damn ACLU lawyer than an actual public official. In 2024, Democrats were pretending as if, we're going to be tough on crime now, but now here's the massive reality check as a slap in the frickin' face. They're not even pretending to be tough on crime anymore. No, to these radical Democrats, the crime isn't the problem. The machete attacks, the fentanyl epidemic, the drug epidemic in general, the gang and cartel crisis, all of it, that's not the problem. No, the cops are the problem. The system's the problem. Donald Trump's the problem. And that's the left-wing ideological playbook now, isn't it? Pretend the issue is racism and not the border. Blame absolutely everything on Donald Trump. Deflect, deflect, deflect. But when you actually press them, when you ask them the most basic common sense question, like should violent criminals who shouldn't be here in the first place be removed, they can't commit to it. They're paralyzed by their own ideology, paralyzed by fear of offending their base, paralyzed by this twisted obsession with equity over justice. And Karen Bass, she is the perfect example of this ideological failure. And just think about that, because the left will always tell you, it's just the fringe, the fringe. But this isn't a fringe case. She is a high-ranking Democrat mayor in one of the biggest cities in the country. At one point, she was even floated as a potential VP pick, and she can't even say that criminal illegal aliens should be deported. My friends, these people don't even care anymore. They prioritize political narratives over public safety. It's a complete violation of their oath to office. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.